There are some people who love beautiful things. They love nature. And when I post these videos or this picture of flowers, it's for my people who love peace, who get these special feelings when they see the hand of God. They have no problem with nature. If it's not for you, it is not for you. It's not posted for you. For those of you who love it, who feel this warm, fuzzy feeling inside when you see, how awesome God is, and, see the diversity in nature and the beauty in God's creation. This is just for you, because these are the things that keep me going in hard times. These are the things that remind me that God is in control. These are the things that it costs nothing when you see the flowers blooming and the trees blossoming and bearing fruit. Oh my gosh, it's the constant reminder that we have a God who's loving, who's kind, who thinks of all the things that we need and provide these things for us so that we can enjoy life. It is mankind, human beings, with their greed and their wickedness that try to, tamper with God's creation, and that make us think that these things are more important than the things that are natural. So I share with love. I send you light. I bring you peace. I bring you calm when you need it in the storm. Yes, I am your queen. And for those of you who have an issue with these beautiful things that I share, I'm sorry. I can't help you. Find somewhere else. All right? Love you loads. Love you a lot. Thank you to my new subscribers, my new viewers. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. And as we talk about these current events, we segue into many topics. Okay, I'm very versatile. I can talk about all kinds of things or have something to contribute. Okay, and we give God thanks for the ability to think. Remember, as we get older, sometimes our memories fade. I'm creating these memories not just for myself, for my children and my grandkids down the road. Okay, and for those of you who want to cherish these memories that I share, who enjoy it, I say bless up, big up yourself. Yes, I am Jenny Wren, unedited, and I am here to share my life stories, to engage in other people's stories, and at the end of the day, to learn and grow. Okay? That is the aim. All right? So, please continue to like, to subscribe. Greetings, everyone. I'm going to talk about some things, and if you can identify with what I'm saying, just talk to me in the comment section. I am living in a world where, as a woman, I had to know my place. As women, we're always reminded to stay in our place. Okay? And there are times when you have to learn how to navigate your way in a world like this. But I am tired of being silent. And of course, you have to know when to be silent, but I'm just saying, when it's time for me to speak, I will speak. I'm tired of dumbing down myself to make other people comfortable. I was told some years ago that there are times when you have a plan and you want to, activate that plan and see it come to fruition, that you have to take that lower rung. And so if you're in a career path and you want to grow there, you have to understand yourself, and you have to do the work, but you have to do it covertly. And I did that for many years. There were times when excellence would just show its head, and there's nothing I can do to hide that, and I would be punished for it. And so I would learn the lesson. Okay, do your best work, but don't make it stand out too much. Hide behind that veil. because people are more comfortable with mediocre. And I'm not doing that anymore. Okay? Excellence is something, when we demonstrate it, we don't just feel proud of it, but we wear it with pride, because anything you do in life that can be considered as excellent, or when you're measuring excellence, it takes a lot of hard work, pain, and suffering. And those who do not have this as their aim, that's okay. But we're not going to hide our success. We're not going to hide the things that we've worked hard to achieve to make other people more comfortable. Because guess what? When we're in the trenches, when we're getting up looking very ugly, and we're doing the work, and it's messy, we don't see these ones. So over the years, I would hide, not my truth, but if I was celebrating something that made me feel happy, I would be afraid to, and we cannot do that anymore. Okay? For me, even the very idea of fear, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. If I say this, it's gonna get some people uncomfortable, and they might not like me. I'm not a people pleaser. I was in the past, but I'm not a people pleaser anymore. If you find yourself always bending over backward, always diminishing your light to make other people happy and comfortable, you need to adjust that. Okay? At the end of the day, we come in this world, even if we were twins and we enter this world, we have our own path, and we go in pursuit of the things that are going to help us realize our greatest potential. And fear is one of those immobilizing things that prevent us from achieving. So I want to address people who would sometimes have a way with the way I present myself, whether the way I speak, or, the way I present myself in terms of my appearance. And I'm not a superficial person. I'm not, to a certain extent, I'm vain. But at the same time, if I have to keep something real, if I have to get vulnerable, I will get vulnerable. So to the individuals who say, oh, you're acting like you're so intellectual, the fact that you're saying that, I take it as a compliment. The issue with you thinking that because I'm not always okay with presenting myself as obnoxious or vulgar, or try to dumb myself down just so you can feel uncomfortable, or sorry, so you can feel comfortable, that's not my problem, that's yours. Okay? And if I want to take a million pictures because I'm feeling great and feeling myself, and it makes you uncomfortable, that is not my issue. That is yours. Maybe maybe you might want to look at some of those pictures to inspire you to get up to go take a shower, to wash your face, to comb your hair, to get out of whatever it is that you're going to funk, because we all go through funk at one point or the other. Stop rewarding mediocre and careless life, and stop making it seem that because you are all messy and you're okay to come messy in front of the world, that makes you very special. So when I have to be messy, I will be. And when I'm feeling good about myself, I don't do these things for your approval. I do it for me. What makes me feel good. In fact, sometimes when I'm going through a rough time, I pay careful attention to the way I carry myself, because I don't want the pity party. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. And if I come undone, I'm doing so because it is my authentic truth that I'm trying to convey to people. I am not here to please you. So I spent many years bringing messages on this platform, messages that were not popular. Now, if I want to be like some people where it's all about the money for me, the clear thing, I told you guys that ALICIA Kim has a money energy. Not just the fact that she's obsessed and love money, but the fact that she has it around her. And I have to give her, credit for that, that she's the type of person that will rise like the phoenix. It doesn't matter how many times she falls. And that's a good thing. So it would make sense for me to stay on that path and just ride the Alicia Kim wave, knowing that I'm going to be guaranteed to get great views. Just like I've spoken about other content creators in the past who have a lot of subscribers and a lot of people who are blind followers. You can, if it's just about the money for me, then just stay on that path. I'm also going to say to content creators, sometimes you have a perception about somebody and you feel like you're in defense of the person and the person attacks you, and then you just pivot and you come back around and you change your mind. Let me tell you something. When you're a messenger, you're going to be attacked. Even when you have the best intention, people will come after you. If you're switching your sides because the person didn't receive your message, if you're switching it to say, okay, I'm no longer going to support you. If the Spirit brings you out here to deliver a message and the person who you gave the message to attacks you, which has happened to me in the past, I will respond sometimes and sometimes I won't, because guess what? It's great when you wait for the Spirit to manifest the things that is shown to you. Those who insult you will come back around and apologize anyway. You don't change your course. You don't get into your feelings. And I know it's hard not to get into your feelings. But if you really felt this way about a topic, if you really felt this way about what you perceived, don't allow even the very person who you're there to defend, who then attacks you, to make you feel like, oh, I don't want to say this anymore and I get into my feelings. Split justice wherever you see it, even if the person's like you or not, even if they're receiving you or not. I have seen people make videos about me and say things that are not the truth and eventually come back to me and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I have seen so many people who say I don't like you or I didn't like you. It's not what I need to put on my pot or when I get up in the morning that makes me breathe. Their comments, their opinion is not a lifesaver for me. So I'm not going to take it personal and just go off the deep end. Fear is immobilizing. When you're fearful, when you want to just please people and you're not doing what you need to do or what the Spirit sent you to do because you're not going to be received. I understand it, don't get me wrong. But you're blocking your blessings when you're told to run and you start walking because you're thinking, well, I'm going to fall, or these people are going to look at me and think I look weird or strange. We are people pleasers. We're more interested to please people than we are to please God. This is why you got these people claim that they're so righteous, throwing out these Bible verses. And unfortunately for some of these people, they don't know the Bible themselves. So when they throw it out, you throw out something else and give to them and let them go sit one side. If you try to silence me, big mistake. It only makes me want to talk more. And Alicia and Boo's situation is not unique just to them. It's a very common thing. But if we're talking about it, we're going to talk about it and we're going to split the difference. And we're not taking no prisoner. If it's about the money for you, then go where the money is and just focus on that. It doesn't pay me to pick sides with Boo. Because at the end of the day, most people don't like him anyway. And there are things about him that is not likable. But it doesn't change anything for me. As I can side with the female, I can also look into the situation with the male. Nobody said neither one of them are perfect. All right? I don't like bullies. I've spent my life in this country advocating against bullies. And it doesn't matter how much money they have or what power they wield. I don't like bullies and I don't like people to take disadvantage of other individuals. Okay? And if I see it going down that path, I'm going to speak out against it. I am in no way saying that Boo is a victim. I am clearly saying that I am responding to something that is trending on social media, giving my take on it. And there are people who agree with me and those who disagree. If you disagree and you're disrespectful, you get blocked, delete, or you might get a snide remark. All right? Don't let people bully you. Don't let fear stop you from achieving your greatness. Don't let people's discomfort with you wanting a better life for yourself and their snide remark about whoop-de-doo, you know yourself. When you work hard for anything and you achieve it, give thanks. When you have lost everything that you've worked hard for, you still should give thanks. You share that story, you encourage others who are going through it, and when you're coming out of that ash, you must share that story and you must always put God at the center to give thanks to the great spirits. Okay? For anybody who does not understand gratitude, not just to the Creator, but to others who the Creator put in your path to open gateways and doorways for you. If you don't get that, listen, what you're trying to do is kicking over your own milk and putting a stumbling block in your own way. Okay? We must be thankful for life, and we must be thankful for the people that God put in our life to open pathways. They're journey helpers. You can't, it doesn't matter who they are. Once they are part of your journey and they bless you, you must always remember that. Listen, if it wasn't for this or that, I would do this or that or say this and that, but I'm going to mind my tongue because I don't want to reverse my blessing. This is where I'm coming from. Okay, there's one Jenny Wren on social media, one and one and one only. And I walk my own path. I stand on my own square. Yeah, I listen to the Spirit. And the only person who can stop my flow is me. And only the Holy Spirit can stop me. They make it very clear. Okay, stop. You can't tell me to stop. You know, if you're a bully, you can take that somewhere else, but you can't take it to me. Only the Holy Spirit can stop. As long as the Spirit is putting the downloads and showing me the thing and slowing it down and saying, take a look at this, or show me something in my vision, or show me in my dream, or inspire me to speak, I will speak. You don't have the power to stop me from speaking. Okay? You don't. Some of you who are trying to silence individuals on this platform, you don't even have any power in your household. You can't even talk to your kids. You can't talk to your man. You can't talk to the people at your work. You're suffering in silence. But you have a lot to say to try to prevent someone who has something to say. It makes no sense. I allowed myself to be silenced for many years out of fear. And I don't live like that anymore. Okay? When I share my opinion, it is just that, my opinion, and you don't have to accept it. Stay blessed, everyone.